our tech person.
What is this? Is that plugged into anything?
I don't know.
Do we have a tech person? Where's the
We're supposed to. Oh. Is it on? Yeah. It is on, okay. We're going to be starting the program in just a few minutes if people want to take their seats. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started if everyone wants to take their seats. I always hate to break up the conversations. Okay, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Sue Cloud. I'm a communications specialist with the CAT Center, and welcome to the 2024 Women Impacting ISU Calendar reception. The CAT Center has had the pleasure of coordinating the calendar since 2007 after a group of students affiliated with the center produced the very first calendar. And the history and the story of how that came about is on the back of your programs, if you want to read it. We also have it on our website. Since then, 216 faculty, staff, and students, including the 12 being honored today, have been recognized for their impact at Iowa State. I have several thank yous to make before we recognize this year's honorees. First, I'd like to thank the Office of the Vice President for Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion for providing the funding that allows us to do the calendar every year. I'd like to invite Dr. Dawn Broch-Prince up to the podium. She is the Associate Provost and the Interim Vice President for Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion, and coincidentally, a 2020 calendar honoree. She's going to say a few words of welcome as well.
Thank you. It's great to see so many colleagues here today. Thanks for coming out, for braving the cold. So I want to welcome everyone to this year's unveiling of the 2024 Women Impacting ISU calendar to celebrate and honor 12 women, remarkable women whose leadership and service have left an indelible mark on the Iowa State University community. I've had the good fortune of being involved with supporting the calendar effort in my different roles and different capacities over several decades here at Iowa State, and it's something that we're very, very proud of. The calendar continues to be a very visible, tangible way to celebrate the achievements and the contributions of ISU women, and by that we include students, staff, and faculty. There are many contributions to Iowa State University's mission. This I will say, is a highly competitive honor. Sue mentioned that 216 women have been recognized since the start of the calendar. 600 have been nominated, so that's a huge pool. So 600 nominations, that's probably 600 nominators. Over 200 colleagues have served on the nomination review committee. So I think you can see this is truly a community effort, and it's truly a community recognition to be part of the calendar. I want to thank the CAT Center for decades of effort to maintain the legacy of the calendar. This is really an important event here at Iowa State University. So welcome again. Thank you for joining us today to celebrate our colleagues and our friends, and I will turn it back to you, Sue.
I also want to thank the Iowa State faculty, staff, and students who served on the selection committee this year. They're listed in your program, and I did see a few of them here today. If you're here, please stand and we can thank you. All right. The last couple years, we have also live streamed the program for people who couldn't make it. So I'd like to thank Roger Susky and his team for doing this for us today. They're sitting back at the table. And finally, I have a couple thank yous to some CAT Center people. I want to thank Grace Parrott, who is our Public Relations and Event Planning intern. She's a senior in Public Relations and Political Science. Her design work and photography went into the calendar, so all the honorees, you had a chance to meet Grace. And then I also need to thank Ashley Marsh, the CAT Center's administrative assistant, for putting this all together. She also created this backdrop, which is new this year, so thank you, Ashley and Grace. All right. In just a moment, Grace will be announcing the name of each of the honorees and telling us just a little bit about them, the information that we get from the nomination letters. Honorees, when it's your turn, please come to the front when your name is announced, and we have a certificate and a little something else for you this year. And then you can return to your seat, but then at the end, come up and we're going to take a group photo of everybody. Now, please join me in welcoming Grace to the podium.
So first off, we have Erica Bierman. She is a teaching professor and culinary food science coordinator in the Department of Food Science and Human Nutrition, who exemplifies what it means to be an influential woman within higher education and the food science profession. Her impact on the lives of students goes beyond their time at ISU. One of her nominators states, her commitment to students, high quality education, well-maintained facilities, engaging extracurriculars, meaningful networking, and impactful mentorship deserves to be celebrated. Next up, we have Mia Kawamitsu, a senior in journalism and mass communication and international studies. She is an outstanding student, Greenlee ambassador, and advocate for Iowa State's multicultural community. She works to amplify the voices of international students, creating a more welcoming campus for all. One of her nominators had this to say about Mia. Her actions are always filled with kindness, positivity, and determination to uplift those around her. Next up, we have Lisa Lund, Manager of Information Technology Support for the College of Veterinary Medicine. She provides remarkable support of the college's teaching mission through faculty development and classroom technology support. She was also an integral part of the launch and ongoing success of Bon Appetit, the college's food pantry. One of her nominators stated, "While the volume and quality of Lisa's work are remarkable, it is her approach to her work and the nature of her interactions with others that really makes her shine. She's a lifelong learner who is serious about her work in a pleasant, approachable, cheerful, and unassuming way." Now we have Sarah Marchetti, Assistant Provost, Executive Director for the Center of Excellence in Learning and Teaching, and Moral Professor in Apparel Events and Hospitality Management. She has an unwavering commitment to supporting student-centered learning and teaching that benefits all Iowa State University students. One of her nominators said that her commitment to student success is a shining example of what it means to be a true mentor and leader in academia. Sarah Nelson is the director of the NASA Iowa Space Grant Consortium and an award-winning champion for STEM education. She has secured nearly $6 million in funding to support STEM educational programs and outreach opportunities, and has created STEM programming for students across the state. One of her nominators said this about Sarah: "I consider her a master bridge builder, working to forge collaborations that benefit multiple entities throughout the university. Dr. Sarah Nelson is a true servant leader who has had a profound impact on Iowa State University." Karen Rodekamp, Director of ISU Dining, has had an immeasurable impact on ISU Dining, the Iowa State campus, and surrounding communities. From her time as an ISU Dining student employee to her current role as director, she has put the student experience at the forefront of everything she has done. "Whatever the need is, Karen answers the call," said one of her nominators. Beata Schmidtman, Dean of the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences, has been a positive role model in demonstrating the importance of women's leadership in higher education. She promotes inclusion and uses her voice to influence policy and affect positive change for women and for all at Iowa State. One of her nominators said this: "Dean Schmidtman is a tireless advocate for creating and supporting an inclusive and welcoming climate on all levels, demonstrating her dedication with her public and private actions." Jody Sturley, Harmon Endowed Professor in Teaching and Learning and Associate Department Chair for Teaching in the Department of Animal Science, has had an impact on at least 10,000 students at 10,000 Iowa State students in the classroom, on study abroad trips, and as an advisor to students and student clubs. She is supportive to all of her students and pours her heart and soul into making Iowa State a home away from home. Dr. Sturley has made a great impact at Iowa State, said one of her nominators. Alicia West, a doctoral candidate in higher education and a former Helzer Hall residence director, exhibits genuine caring, strong will, and boundless enthusiasm in championing issues important to herself and the people that she serves. Never missing a chance to lend her expertise in support of students, one of her nominators had this to say about Alicia: "She's a sterling example of the benefits that derive when individuals believe their actions can influence the community around them and lend their talents to that goal." Emily Wilcox, Assistant Director for First-Year Programs in the University Honors Program, plays a pivotal role in shaping and enriching the educational experiences of countless Iowa State students. Her leadership, mentorship, and unparalleled ability to connect with students make her a role model for aspiring leaders. One of her nominators described her this way: Wilcox is a cyclone, an agent of change, and a force to be reckoned with. In short, she is someone who makes a lasting impact. Cindy Wiley is the Digital Accessibility Lead for Information Technology Services and Assistant Teaching Professor for the Human-Computer Interaction Program. She has a passion for breaking down digital barriers that prevent Iowa State University students, faculty, and staff from achieving their fullest potential. As one of her nominators states, Dr. Cindy Wiley contributes to existing events and programs with approachable yet well-argued and thoroughly researched explanations, demonstrating that accessibility is essential to great public universities. Svetlana Zabarska serves as Iowa State's campus-wide undergraduate research program coordinator. She has influenced thousands of students to appreciate the importance of research as part of their undergraduate experience and help to advance faculty members' research by connecting them with passionate students. One of her nominators says, Dr. Zabarska has been an outstanding ISU citizen, promoting and representing the true meaning of science with practice.
Congratulations, 2024 honorees, and thank you for all you've done to make such a positive difference at Iowa State. Before we unveil the calendar, I'd like to ask any other past honorees who are here this afternoon to please stand and be recognized for your continued dedication to Iowa State. The little extra thing that we had for the honorees this year is a lapel pin, which is new this year. Again, thank you, Ashley. We have more up here, and so any past honorees who wants to come to pick up a pin, please do. We'll hand them out every year, and if you know any other past honorees that would want one, just let them know to let us know, and we'll get them to them. All right, and now the moment you've been waiting for. There it is. All right. Calendars available for pickup on the tables over here. Rubber bands, take as many as you like. We have plenty. Honorees, we have laminated copies of the calendar for you to take with you as well, and we have one for the Office of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion. By early next week, we'll have calendars available outside the CAT Center, in the MU, in Beardshire, and at the Sloss Center. But we're going to wait till Monday when the temperature's a little better to make our intern do that. If any of the departments want a packet of calendars for their own department, just send us an email at the CAT Center, and we'll get some delivered to you as well. All right, thank you to everyone for coming out this afternoon, and hello to the crowd at home. And please help yourself to whatever's left over on the buffet tables. Thank you. Oh, I did forget one thing. Oop. Can I have everyone's attention briefly again, real quick? I forgot to say one thing. Our backdrop has a flip side as well, and when we're done taking the group pictures, we're going to move it off to the sides so that both sides are available, and feel free, honorees, to take pictures in front of it with your friends and family.